The Trump tariffs, should you be buying now? Is this a buying opportunity, or should you scramble out of the market and run to the exits? I'm going to show you how to determine it. One objective way that is proven over time. Very, very powerful. So let's get down on it, as Cool and the Gang used to say. So here's the S&P 500. And one of the tools that professional traders use, institutional traders use, is the VWAP, and that's volume weighted average price. And the technique that they like to do is, because they have to bring in so much size, they'll buy the market when it's below the VWAP, and they are telling their clients, hey, we'll get you the volume weighted average price over time. So where are we right now in the market with the Trump tariffs and all that's going on? So here's the S&P, and as you might see, I've got my VWAP on there. And so the black line is the actual volume weighted average price. So as you can see, we are well below it. Now, we also have bands here. So what are these bands? Well, let me show you. So here in TradingView, they have this indicator with the VWAP bands. And I like this a lot. So the VWAP deviation is 2. So we're showing the upper deviation, the lower deviation. So we don't just have the VWAP line. That's what's often used. But I want to really get in at extreme. And so we put the 2 standard deviations on there, and you can see the bands here. So where are we right now in time? This is real-time stuff. Of course, it's going to change every day that people don't watch this video. And kablambo, we are way below the VWAP. We are way below even the lower band. So this is a dramatic move in the market, but is it bad, or is it a buying opportunity? Well, let's look at a little history for a clue to answer that question. So as you can see, as we go back in time, if you would have bought below the VWAP line, pretty good buying opportunities, right? Comes back up, below it, comes back up. And by the way, notice that none of this time do we get below the lower standard deviation band. That's a very, 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 heck, I'm going to say it one more time, very unusual situation. When we get down toward the lower line, then that's an even better buying opportunity. All right, let's find, and now, by the way, this whole time right here, all this time, let's get a perspective here. Put a bunch of dates on there. So all the way here from November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, all that time, the market stayed above the VWAP line. Here we got a little bit below it again. Would have been another great buying opportunity. Now, here are some times when the market did get below the lower standard deviation line. So it's very important that we look at this for realistic expectations and how to manage our positions and manage our money. So it is true that there are times when VWAP, or price, I should say, got below the lower standard deviation line. And then this whole time it got below it. This whole time got below it. So if you look at that, we've got to be very careful, right? Don't get overly aggressive with this, is my point. Is that, yes, the market is undervalued based on VWAP and based on the standard deviation. It sure is. But from this time all the way to this time, all right, which again, let's look at our dates here. Somewhere in the middle of February there. We got to go through March, April, May, June, July, okay, mid-June. So for quite a few months, to put it in perspective, months, what is that? March, April, May, June, 4 months. The market still was net negative. Then, even though it got back above the VWAP, it came back down. And what we see was we had an equal bottom here. So it didn't reach the lower standard deviation of the VWAP, but price did come all the way back down to this low. So even at this point, we still weren't done with the low of the market. So we went really from February, March, well, let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, in the middle of October. So more than 4 months. So got to be very, very careful that, yes, this indicates that the market is undervalued over a long period of time. But don't think that just because it's down here, that it is a buying opportunity at this time. It can take months for it to recover. Now, will it recover? Well, nobody knows the future, but the answer so far has always been yes. The market does recover, and even if, let's really squish this up, and let's say worst case scenario, let's change the scaling even more. Okay. Yeah, what the heck, even more. All right, so even worst case scenario, if you did buy over here, okay, as long as you held long enough, you still had a profitable position long term. Short for a few months, you're down. For another few months, you're still down. But as long as you're able to hold on. Now, one way that people will deal with this is with dollar cost averaging. So they'll look for the market to be, in fact, really what we're looking at was here. So they'll look at the market to be undervalued, and then they'll start bringing in some money. They don't bring it all in, but they'll start buying some here. And when it comes back down lower, they'll buy some more here. Okay. They might even buy some more here. And so they're dollar cost averaging in at very, very, very low prices. And that's not a bad way to do it. There's several different approaches to dollar cost averaging. I actually have a methodology, a system that I use for it that's a little more sophisticated than just pure dollar cost averaging. But as you can see, that would have worked out very well for you as long as you're patient. That's more an investing style than a trading style, by the way. Another tool that would be extremely helpful is we need to look at another aspect of the market. So as you can see, right now, we talked about just being undervalued, still undervalued, still undervalued, all these months undervalued. So what do we need then? We need a timing indicator to tell us when, the timing point, when do we get in? See, the chart has two dimensions, price, and everybody on the parakeet talks about price. But there's a second axis on the chart, and that is time. Very few people have a tool to measure the time when to get into the market. I have a tool for that. It's called my cycle indicator. I'll give that to you for free. All my viewers get that for free. Just go to entryindicator.com and I'll give it to you for free, and even have a video tutorial there on how to use it, how to set it up in charts, and then how to trade with it. And as you can see, we've got oscillations in the market. So these are cycles that we're looking at. And this will tell us when to buy, when to buy, when to buy. So pick up my cycle indicator. That's going to help you tremendous. Here's another example I wanted to show you. I want to be very intentional about this because, gosh, I've heard from so many people who say, man, I wish I would have gotten to Nvidia stock a long time ago. Well, guess what? Let's look at Nvidia. So it actually has been dramatically above its volume weighted moving average, and then it came below it. And that's been kind of hovering around it, hovering below it. And right now, look where it is. If you're looking for a bargain, you might be able to pick it up here right now. Now, I'm not saying this is not buy or sell advice. I'm not giving you any specific investment advice or trading advice. Again, make your own decisions. But what I am showing you is that right now, we have, for the first time in a long time, Nvidia is below not only the VWAP, but the lower two standard deviation VWAP envelope. Again, I would use my timing indicator to determine when to actually take that trade. But if we go back to see when was the last time Nvidia was below the lower VWAP envelope. Okay, it was all the way back in, almost never. All right, so we had a little opportunity back here. This would have been an opportunity when it was right at the low of the envelope. And I mean, then it was, what, $15, $16. And again, still just holding these lows. Didn't take off to the top, to upside right away. But then, kablambo, and off to the races she went. So, all right, now, if you're looking for an opportunity to find it undervalued, again, your decision, do your own research. But I just want to show you from a technical point of view, we are there again. All right. Oh, by the way, this video is sponsored by the Top Dog Trading community. Got a brand new community. It's fairly new, actually. We've got almost 300 people in there. And it is a tremendous opportunity where you can meet with other traders, trade with them, learn from them, post your trades. They post their trades. You can evaluate them. You can ask for your trades to be evaluated. Also, let me show you, there's actually some courses in there. So you'll see, here's the community. And as you can see, people get to know each other here. And so here we have Kyle thanking Mario for his help. Anthony sharing a trade, made some money on it. Here, another one, John, who made money on this SPY trade. Anthony, who made money on this particular trade. Anthony asking about momentum trades. Mario, again, making a win on another trade. And on it goes. So don't tell Barry. Some personal stuff. So people get to really know each other, become friends, get to know each other. All right. You can ask people about trading platforms to get help on trading platforms. So it's really great. Again, you remember he was talking about his day started rough, but then he pulled away with a green day, thinkorswim scans, any kind of questions, etc. It's really just great. Another thing that's in here that'll be very beneficial to you, you can go up here to Classroom and you'll see I'm including in this a course, a methodology, my super simple trading system. Simple to trade, not simple to say. The super simple trading system. And this is the only place that I offer this course, by the way. And then we got the next level, trading psychology, seminars that I've done in the past, options mini course. You can see all these other courses, and then we have some stuff that's in here just for fun as well. So you're getting education as well that I provide. And then live sessions. So twice a week we have Q&A sessions, and these are live with me where you can get help from me. And then a little bit of competition for it if you want to participate. 7-day leaderboards, 30-day leaderboards, all-time leaderboards. So that adds an element of fun to it. All right, so anyway, go check that out, and you can get that at school.com/top-dog-trading, and there'll be a link down below as well. Click on the link, and we would love to see you there. There's a little video there that also explains a little bit about the community when you go to that link. Mm-hmm.